Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We're going to dive into methods and strategies and tools on how to really tune out the narcissist in your life who has caused hurt, who has caused betrayal, who has caused you to sacrifice a lot of your life for their betterment and not for yours. And before we begin, I want to give a quick shout out to those of you who have recently donated to the Peace and Harmony channel. I really, truly appreciate your donations, no matter what size. It really does help inspire me and encourage me to go on and know that I'm making a meaningful difference to you. And to that effect, I want to also give a compliment to those who have written me emails and that my videos have made a difference in your life. I'm very happy to hear that, and that is my goal and intention, to bring you goals, solutions, and light into your life so that you can really gain a better informed perspective and give you the tools that you need to really heal and heal for a lifetime moving forward. And as getting back to our topic, and that is really how to tune out, I would say, the narcissist in your life. I get a lot of emails and questions about how to really, get separate from this individual. And so really you do have to tune them out. You really do have to go no contact. You really do have to, no matter how painful. The painful oftentimes is because there's a lesson learned. There was a boundary violation, and you had let them into your heart. You would let them into your life. You would let them into your mind. And they'd become a big influence in your life, or perhaps someone who you truly respected, admired, and looked up to. And, you were, assigning them a role in your life where they were to be the leader. They were to always be present. They were to be someone who you could lean on, someone who you could confide in, someone who would bolster you up. Oftentimes this is what has occurred with a narcissist in a codependent relationship dynamic. And realize that it's not healthy to allow others to have that undue influence in your life, because then they become responsible for your emotional well-being. They become responsible for your future and your happiness and your own ability to think. So in other words, you're riding on the coattails of somebody who is cannot take that role on for you. And if they had been that individual to you, it is time to let them go and really become grounded in your own life. And you really need to become grounded, which means to become centered, to find that locus of control within and not without. Because the narcissist or a psychopathic individual is going to give you commands and instructions and judgments to live according to their needs, their expectations, and how they want you to live your life, versus the locus of control of how you should actually be living your life. So you need to cut the ties. You need to get off the coattails. You need to get off of their judgment system, their value system, and onto your own. Because if you have expectations for your life which are not aligned with your true talents, skills, abilities, values, and true inner voice, then you are going to constantly be living according to expectations which you can never satisfy. And oftentimes this person, a narcissist, will try to encourage you to live according to their values, to serve their needs and not to serve your own. So oftentimes, the narcissist will view others as an extension of themselves and not allow them to they don't really perceive them as their own person. They more look to people how they can make them look good, and that is how they judge and how they evaluate others, is how they make me look versus just who they truly are. So they don't really allow oftentimes people to be who they are, or really what I call, pull out the best of them. The root word of education is educare, which means to bring out in Latin. And they oftentimes don't educate people in the way that they need to be educated, or bring out the best of them, or look and validate your true gifts and your true values and truly who you are. They're not able to really mirror that. because they are caught up with trying to surround themselves with others who mirror back to them who they are, and they don't give like in return. So that's why people end up feeling unfulfilled, unhappy, like they can't, like they've lost a battle, like they have battle fatigue. They have, this chronic, this post-traumatic stress syndrome because they've, been trying to win this battle, and it just is not working out. So you need to tune them out. You need to realize that their voice of encouragement to fulfill their needs is oftentimes counterproductive, and it's not fulfilling of your needs. It's not acknowledging of your needs. It's too much of a sacrifice. And yes, to give to others is a sacrifice. Like what I'm doing right now, I'm giving information to you. This is a personal gift. This is a personal sacrifice. This is me helping to educate you and to bring out the best in you. So yes, but your viewership and knowing that you're rising above is rewarding to me, to know that I'm making a difference in the world, in your life. So that is a reward to me, and that is called intrinsic reward. That is an intrinsic gift, which I am rewarded by intrinsically. So that's something that I don't depend on others for. It's just an internal gift, and so I don't. I don't necessarily need that from the outside in order to keep me going. So it's a gift, but it's not, causing me harm. And so you need to, I hope you understand the difference between that intrinsic reward system, which is truly, it's refueling to you. So, oftentimes I find that the relationship with the narcissist oftentimes is depleting of other people's energy. So that's a good way for you to know if you're in a narcissist or psychopathic relationship, is you just feel such an energy depletion after being with them. You feel like you have to work harder and harder. You have to live up to standards which are not your own. And, your standards need to be internalized. Your standards need to be your own. You need to be at your best. You need to be, acknowledged for your best and validated and mirrored back for your best, and not the other way where you're constantly trying to mirror back the best of the other, because that becomes a narcissist relationship dynamic where you're constantly trying to feed the others and you're not getting like in return. You're not following the law of exchange. It's not healthy for you. It's causing an emotional imbalance, a physical imbalance, a spiritual imbalance, etc. And you're finding that you're not operating on your best wavelength, your best values. So you need to tune that out. So the expectations that they're having of you, the values that they think that you should have and follow, the things they think that you should do and be and behave according to their standards and not your own, you need to separate and unplug from that. Tune it out. They tell you have to do a certain thing, yet this is, truly your value. They tell you have to work in a specific field. You find that your talents are here and you really need to become self-reliant, autonomous. You need to not look to them for answers. You need to be able to find and think and evaluate the answers for yourself, and think and be on your own feet versus the feet of the narcissist, because that's ends up what happening is these people then begin to live too much according to their value standards, and it's not theirs, not your own. So you need to reignite that inner fire, that inner passion, and find out really and tune into what that is. And ask yourself, what do I really value? What do I really find? What really makes me happy? What really makes me healthy? What really brings me peace? What really brings me joy? And where is that? And beginning, to really clearly identify that and saying, it's okay for me not to value that because there's something wrong with me valuing that, or following that group there, or following this there. There's something that's not right for me. And be having the courage to identify that, tune it out, and say no will be really the best way to tune it out. And then you can tune in to what does truly inspire you, make you happy, bring out the best in you, and then surround yourself then with people who are of that like mind and vibration. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.